Heaven is in my heart. Part 3, our story from Genesis to Revelation. Chapter 4, Noah's Ark. Adam and Eve had another son after Cain and Abel, and they named him Seth. Adam and Eve had many children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and the world was filled with many people over time. Noah was a descendant of Seth. At the time of Noah, people were very wicked. God was sad to see the faithless and wicked generation in Noah's time. He was going to destroy all of creation. However, in His mercy, God chose the only faithful and good man, Noah, and his family to preserve mankind. Noah, his wife, their 3 sons, Japheth, Shem, and Ham, and their wives were chosen to be spared from destruction by the flood that God was about to inflict. God commanded Noah to build a huge ark out of wood and asked him to take with him 7 pairs of all clean animals and birds, and 1 pair of all unclean animals and birds. The reason for the 7 pairs of clean versus only 1 pair of unclean animals and birds was because the clean animals were used in the sacrifices to God. Genesis chapter 6 verse 13 to 17. God used the human customs and our ways of life to enter into the world and reveal Himself to us. Since heavenly realities are incomprehensible, God made Himself comprehensible in very practical ways. After 40 days of flooding, the only survivors were those in Noah's ark. Everyone else was destroyed by the mighty flood that God allowed. After the flood, God made a covenant with Noah and promised that He would never destroy the world again by a flood. The rainbow in the sky was a testament of their covenant, which was a familial bond never to be broken. Every incident in the Old Testament of the Bible prefigures and is oriented toward the coming of the Savior of mankind, Jesus Christ, our Messiah. Similarly, we see that Noah is an archetype of Jesus. The ark that God commanded him to build prefigures the church, and the waters of the flood signify the sacrament of baptism, which Jesus instituted when He came into the world. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 7. Through many generations, people advanced in knowledge, skill, and greatness. To prove that their greatness surpassed that of God, they wanted to build a tall tower that would touch the sky. God put an end to their pride by scattering and confusing them with different languages. The Tower of Babel was unfinished because it was a symbol of man's rebellion against God. Genesis chapter 11 verse 1 to 9. This biblical story shows the ongoing rebellion of people, their distrust of their Creator, and their failure to live in humility and harmony with one another. God was still faithful to His promise to Noah, and through His Son, redeemed people of all races and all languages, and united them in the one language of divine love expressed explicitly in the sacraments of the Church.